Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to use Microsoft Copilot for complete beginners. Now, Microsoft Copilot functions just like the way you use Google Gemini and ChatGPT to kind of ask different kind of questions, to create images, to summarize books, to summarize websites, and create different kind of content with it. Okay, so you can generate quizzes, make memes, brainstorm on business ideas, and so much more. So let's start from the beginning by learning how to access it. You can always come to your browser, go to copilot.microsoft.com, and then it will bring you over here. Of course, you have to sign in over here. You can go ahead and sign in, and let's go ahead quickly to sign in. You can do that with either Microsoft account, or you can do that with an Apple account or with a Google account. I'm just going to go ahead and sign in with one of my Google accounts. All right, so once you log into the account, you'll be brought in over here. So this is the chat area. You can type in a prompt just like the way you have it in ChatGPT and Google Gemini. This is the chat area, and over here you can send in your voice message as well. Instead of typing, you can talk to Copilot, and it is going to be able to transcribe your talking into text, and it's going to take in your input. Now over here you can change the way the chatbot is going to start thinking. The smart thinking uses GPT-5, who thinks deeply or quickly based on the tasks that you want to give to it. And then we have think deeper, which is better if you have more complex topics. You can use the think deeper or deep research feature. Study and learn, you can develop quizzes, guided learning, and many more other things. And researches answers with enhanced references. This is basically for research where you need references and direct sources of what you are using. And then over here you can use this plus sign. You can upload different kind of images or files, or you generate images on your own. You can be specific about, just like using Nano Banana to generate images. You can create podcasts, you can start a quiz directly with any of these. Now down here you can always return to the home, and then you have this open sidebar. We call it sidebar, and then you have access to many other things. Like you can have access to the discover feature, where you'll be able to have access to the different kind of creations that other people have done with Microsoft Copilot. You can be able to have access to different features, different updates, or what is happening, latest news, and so on. You'll be able to find everything in here. And then we have the imagine, which enables you to create images. You can explore and remix images to make something out for yourself. So you can be able to see images that other people have created, and you can remix them using their own prompts, or you can create a new images directly from here. Okay, and then we have the library, which is where you have most of your creations in terms of images, what you have created, pages that you have created, research reports that you have generated with this, and then podcasts that you've generated. You're able to see it over here, and you can create any of them from here as well if you're interested in creating directly. Then we have labs, which encompasses different kind of new features that has also been introduced. You can have Copilot 3D, you can upload images and talk through big moments with AI that responds to voices and visuals. 3D turns images into 3D models with just one click. You can see Copilot actions. I like Copilot's gaming experience, where you can research and do demo games. If you're interested, you can generate games directly. So we have some use cases of Copilot. Let's go back to the home page. This is collapsible. You can always collapse it, and you can click here to start a new chat at any given point, and then you can collapse it if you're interested, and you can come up here to start a new chat at any given point. So let's start from the beginning. Let's do some basic things, like you can ask some generic questions, like you can say create a blog post of maybe, let's say, 500 words about the future of AI in Nigeria system of education. For example, you can use the smart or the simple feature, and then we can just go ahead, say generate. So just like the way you have it in ChatGPT, it's going to quickly look into this and then give us the results based on this. The future of AI in Nigeria education, you can see it is very, very fast, giving us content, personalized learning, addressing Nigeria's unique challenges, administrative effort, efficiency, and risks and considerations, long-term vision, so much more that you can actually directly link with and learn. And you can see quick comparison, AI benefits and challenges, and then you have the conclusion and even further references that you can continue to read from. Once you click, you're going to use this to read more and learn more about this content. So this is about simple tasks. Now when we copy the same task and then give it a deep research focus, for example, I want to use deep thinker, and then we can disable the number of words, just say blog post about this is going to be a bit different because it's going to go a bit in depth in the research. And you can see now it's thinking and it's going to give us a more in depth. So you'll be able to now see the content. This is it, the promise of AI in Nigeria education. This is a bit deeper than we thought, and the concrete development to watch, quick guide for schools and policy makers, and then the benefits versus challenges, risks and mitigation, vision for 2030, and so on. So this is a bit deeper than we actually positioned to do. Now, if you like, we can create quizzes with this as well. So we can ask, can you create a quiz about simple English usage, okay, e.g. the use of pronouns. So we can just use this and use the default feature and just go ahead and send in this, and this is going to create a quiz, but we can make it more interactive. We can make it an interactive quiz that you can be able to see and even give the answers and be able to see your results at the end of the day. So you can all be able to see, this is a quiz that it has given us. So you can be able to mark and see your answers, for example, and go to the next. So you can mark anything, go to the next. You can mark anything. This yes, no, you can be able to mark anything and then be able to see your results. Okay, at the end, it's 5 over 5. Let's try the last one. Then possibly we can be able to see our results. You may keep it up. You got 60% right. You can continue learning, take another quiz, go study with flashcards and then break it down, study, learn. So let's look at another use cases. So you can always come over and say, start a new chat. I want to now give a prompt that I want you to create a reply email to my boss on the candidate project meeting that I'm unable to attend. Please be very polite in the letter and give genuine reason why I should not be punished. All right, so you can just enter, and this is now demonstrating its usage in writing emails. You can reply an email, or you can even copy the email and paste it in here. It is going to give you a response to that email that you can just easily copy and share with your boss through your own email. Okay, so this is it. It has even given the subject, apology for missing candidate project meeting to your boss. You have to type your boss's name, and then you can see the email, very polite, and at the end also you have to type your name. This is very, very detailed. You can just copy this and you can share with your boss as well. Now, one thing I need you to notice is that in all of his responses, we have this edit in a page which you can click, which you can easily have access to from here. And for example, in this text that it has written, you can select and you can delete, you can make different kind of edits from here. You can edit your content. You have all of these basic editing features, bolding, italicizing, and even bulleting, and then adding this coding if you're interested in adding some code directly from here. You can save it and continue, and you can also as well share this with anybody. Your page is ready, you can actually view it and type in further questions also to affect in here. So this is another feature of Copilot. You can always go back to a new chat, and then let's say we want to create images with this. We can come over here and say create an image, or we can use from here directly. So let's go ahead and say generate an image of a lion drinking coffee in a bar wearing pickup with sunglasses. Okay, so let's say we're at this detailed and we send this, and let's see what kind of image this is going to generate for us. And this is very, very detailed and very, very clear in terms of the image that it has generated. Here's your image. You can download it directly and you can share with people. Alternatively, you can come back to this. You can check Imagine. Like I said, you should be able to generate images directly from here as well. So these are images that people have used, have created, which you can take inspiration from and create your own image. Like this one now, as you click on it, you should be able to have an idea into what this is all about and how you can use it to maybe remix the content and regenerate it if you're interested. let's say we can select on this and we'll be able to see the prompt that generated this dramatic studio photograph with an hourglass where sun is replaced by. So you can copy the prompt and you can remix it if you're interested, or you can just go ahead and create your own prompt. So, or if you want, you can upload a reference image for you to be able to guide your creations directly. So let's say I send this and let me see what this is going to create for me. Alright, so you get the message. This is your cat with the headset and sunglasses and it's looking too serious. You can brighten the picture if you're interested, but I like it like that, and you can download and share as well. Now the next thing is the library. We can look at the library. Like I said, what you have created, you're able to see them here in terms of the images, the pages you've created. If you want to create another page, you can also create directly from here. You can create a research report. If you have them, you see them here. If you don't have, you can create. Another thing that I want, let's create a podcast on any topic. For example, create a podcast about AI in education. Okay, so especially how it is transforming learning. Okay, so there's a podcast and you just go ahead and select this, and this is going to now create a very good 2 to 3 minute podcast, but you can be as detailed as you want as regards the content of what you are trying to create. So it's going to go with the timing and the detail of what you wanted to cover during the podcast, and how the subject should be centered around what subject, around what area, what detail. You can be as specific as you want in the prompt that you are giving it as well. So let's give it some seconds and let's see what kind of podcast this is going to create for us.
Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. Imagine having a teacher who knows exactly how you learn best, adjusts lessons based on your progress, and is available 24/7. Today, we're exploring how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing education. By the end of this episode, you'll understand how AI is transforming classrooms, what it means for students and teachers, and why this might be the biggest shift in education since the printing press. And joining us today is an expert in educational technology. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. You know, what's fascinating is that we're witnessing something unprecedented in education. According to recent Microsoft data,
That's very, very nice and very perfect. So you can see the podcast is well created and very, very detailed. The AI doesn't even need to sound like an AI. It is very detailed. So that's podcast creation. So let's go to lab quickly. Over here, you can have an experimental tool designed for effortless audio creation using Copilot's latest voice generation. So you can create voices from here, Copilot audio expression. You can have Copilot 3D and Copilot actions and so on. So depending on your choice and your interest, let's say we use the Copilot 3D, you can turn images into 3D with just one click. Okay, so you can upload your image and it's going to help you to turn it into a 3D object. So let me see if I can have an image that's good enough that we can just quickly use to create an image, a 3D from. Right, so let's say I have this image and just quickly import it and say accept now. And let's see how it is going to transform this image into a 3D. All right. And as you can see right now, it has created a 3D. Let me just see. Anyway, it kind of looked like me, but it is not actually me, but it looked like me. Okay, you can take a look at the other sides. Okay, this is another view to it. Okay, this is the main one, and you can tilt it. Yeah, I think the tilting kind of give it that different kind of view, and the fact that it looks closely like me, but you know, you get the message, and you can download this very easily and recreate if you don't want what you have seen. But the good thing is that's what you can do with the labs. There are many other tools over here you can use to you can do the audio expressions. You can create audio directly from here as well. Very nice. All you need is to type in hello and welcome to my channel, and please remember to subscribe. All right, so you can check in the mode over here: story, emotive, scripted. Let's say story. The voice, you can change it to Asia, Rain, or different ones. You can play to have a preview.
How can I help today? Hello, how can I help?
Hello, what brings you here today?
All right, I think I like this, so we can give it a text. Okay, so we use this detail and then we can just generate. And let's see how this is going to create the audio that we need directly.
In a bright, cheerful studio, the energetic game show host stood ready to engage the audience.
Welcome everyone, hello and welcome to my channel. Get ready for a wild ride.
The host beamed with excitement, arms wide open. A viewer in the front row, a sarcastic.
I think it has created something, but not directly what we have written, but then it is showing us something related to my channel. Welcome to my channel. It's create a content about that, but then you can give it content to create about a particular topic, and it's going to do that. So these are some of the use cases that you can have as regards Microsoft Copilot. You can go ahead and try it. You can simplify the topic, other users. You can improve writing. You can take a quiz, write a first draft, improve communications, comment a product, pick a superpower, and you can write a code as well if you're interested. For example, you can say, can you write a Python code to solve a quadratic equation? It's just a simple question, and let's see whether it is going to develop that code directly. Of course, here is simple Python code to solve quadratic equation. Okay, so this is a formula. For example, the almighty formula starting from the beginning. Okay, so almighty formula, and then you see the code that you can be able to solve, including an example of how you can use it. You can just copy this code and go to a Python program and you can run it directly. So these are some of the key about 8 use cases of Microsoft Copilot. Please go ahead, explore, and see how you can use it to your own advantage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.